Hello and welcome to Module 4, Character Modeling Part 2, Head, Hands, and Feet for IN239 3D Animation 2 at Butler Community College. I'm your instructor, Jon Simpson. In this tutorial, we will be creating the head, hands, and feet for the body we created in the last video. This process is similar to what we did to create the body. We will begin by setting up our reference planes with images to model from, block out the model, then using a combination of the techniques and tools from the last video, we will extrude, scale, and position the polygons to our references. Create a plane with the following properties: length 9, width 17.5, segments of 1. Using the Shift Move method, clone the hand 2 times for a total of 3 planes. Name the first plane Hand Image. Name the second plane Foot Image and scale it down to 65%. Name the third plane Hand Side Image and scale it down to 32.5. We know how to create a material in the Slate Material Editor, but did you know you can create a standard material by dragging the image directly onto the object? Next, we will create the head. Create a box with the following properties: length of 9, width of 9, height 13.5, length segments 3, width segments 3, height segments 3. Use the Move tool to position the box so it matches the image. Convert the box to an editable poly. In the previous video, we set the See-Through property in the Object Properties manual. This time, press Alt-X to set See-Through mode for this object. As I said in the last video, there are many ways to accomplish any task in Max. To give the head a more rounded look from the front viewport, repeat the process we did for the body by selecting and positioning the vertices so they match our image plane. Now we build the nose. Select the polygon on the top of the head. Using the Extrude, Scale, Rotate method as in the last video, create the nose. At the end, we use the Inset tool on the end polygon and the Extrude tool to extrude the newly created polygon slightly inward. Lastly, line up the edges so it matches the eye hole. Again, use the Inset and Extrude tool to create the depression for the eyeball. Apply NURBS to see how the head will look when completed. Turn NURBS off before moving on. Now we will create the hands. Create a box with the following properties: length of 3, width 3.5, height 1.5, length segments 3, width segments 2, height segments 1. Position it so that it lines up with the hand image plane. Convert to editable poly and arrange the vertices to match the image. Then use the Extrude, Scale, Rotate method to create the fingers. Repeat the process for the foot. For this one, I'm going to do a bit more free-form modeling and just draw out my box in the viewport and just go with the flow. Now it's time to attach the hands and feet to the body. Position the hand approximately where it should go. Select the body. In the command panel, find the Attach button, then click the hand. Since the Symmetry Modifier is still active, 2 hands should appear on the body model. Be sure to click the Attach button again to turn it off, otherwise you will attach everything you click to the body. Delete the polygons where the hand will attach to the arm. The 2 pieces must have the same number of edges. Use the Connect tool to add edges if needed. The process is the same. Oh shoot, I forgot all about that part. Delete the polygons where the hand will attach to the arm. The 2 pieces must have the same number of edges. Use the Connect tool to add edges if needed. Choose Border Selection mode. A border is any set of edges that surrounds a hole in the mesh. Select the border on both the hand and the arm. Use the Bridge tool to bridge the 2 borders with polygons. The process is the same for attaching the foot. Lastly, we will attach the head, but before doing that, let's make a copy of what we have so far. To attach the head, we need to apply the Symmetry Modifier. We don't want our alien to have two heads. When applying the Symmetry Modifier, it is important that all vertices that go down the center of the alien are at 0 on the x-axis so they line up with each other and do not overlap. Collapse the stack. Attach the head using the same process we used for the feet and hands, making sure that there are the same number of edges on both borders. When completed, reapply NURBS. Our character looks pretty good. Now that our model is almost complete, we can begin to add details if we wish. But remember, this is a low poly character that we will be UVW mapping next week. The more complex a model is, the more difficult it will be to map. I encourage you to practice the techniques that we discussed in these tutorials so as to find out what works best for you. Happy modeling!